I'm sitting in the driver's seat of the most powerful Bugatti ever made. I'm about to drive it around one of the fastest racetracks in Europe. My body will experience similar G-forces to Formula 1 drivers and fighter pilots. And I'll try to beat the top speed set by this man, Bugatti's test driver, Andy Wallace. Will I manage it? And will my body survive?
Andy, why do I just feel so ruined?
I'm Matt Watson, and you're watching Car Wow. But before all that, I need to explain how I ended up here. A few months ago, while I was driving the Pagani Huayra R Evo Roadster at Spa, I managed to blag a passenger ride in a customer Bugatti Bolide, and it absolutely blew my mind. But a few weeks later, I got a call from Bugatti, and they asked if I wanted to experience driving this car for myself. So how could I say no? But before I got behind the wheel, I needed a reminder of why this is the most extreme track car ever made.
It's got 1,600 horsepower, which is immense.
It's a lot.
And 1,600 newton meters of torque. But with four-wheel drive, proper racing slicks, it can handle that power. It's got very high downforce, so at 380 k's, it's limited top speed, 2,900 kilos of downforce.
It's almost 3 tons.
Almost 3 tons. You just get a massive thrill and a massive buzz.
I've been in one as a passenger, and it was just like, ah! So what are the key external features? I mean, I love the lights, but do they really do anything?
I mean, if it's not as bright sunshine as now, you can see it.
Okay, you can see it.
This is the X theme that you see on the back of the car. You'll notice there's quite a few holes in the body. Of course, when you produce that much power, you need a lot of cooling. And also brake cooling too.
So this bodywork is all carbon, right?
All the chassis is carbon, all the body's carbon.
And it's not the same chassis underneath as the Chiron?
Completely different.
Completely different,
much smaller chassis. Basically, we took the engine and tried to build the smallest car around it.
But it looks like a Bugatti, doesn't it? It still looks Chiron-y.
Yeah, and it's 400 to 500 kilos lighter, which is the main thing.
But it's still heavy though. What is the weight of this with fluids, do you think?
So with everything up and ready to go, 1,600 kilos.
Which is quite a lot for a track car.
Yeah, it's a lot for a track car, and of course it's 1-to-1 on the power and weight. So it's enough power to be getting on with. Having all that power is no good if you can't put it on the road, but this, almost anywhere in a low gear, you just tread on it and it will just fire you off down to the next corner.
You've got the same engine and power as a road going Chiron, but what about the brakes? Are they completely different?
They are, because so on a road car, we use carbon ceramic, as most supercar manufacturers do, because they work at any temperature. The friction's fairly linear. On these, we're using the carbon, which is what you'd see on a Le Mans car or an F1 car. So the downside of carbon is that they don't work until probably 200 or so degrees Celsius. So when you first go out the pits, get to the first corner, there aren't any brakes.
Is it like servo assistance, power assistance in the brakes or anything?
Absolutely not.
None?
It's all you. Pedal doesn't move very far at all. It's really, really short travel. You have to really stand on it. You're looking for 90 bar of line pressure. And when you sit in the car, when you're all strapped in, it's pretty difficult to go past 65 or 70. You need that number to trigger the ABS, and it's good to trigger it so that the system then helps you.
So you still have ABS, do you have stability control?
Yeah, and they're both quite complicated systems, because a road car ABS will actually trigger before the wheels lock in, way before the wheel locks.
Yep.
So a lot of intervention. So what you want on a race car is you actually don't mind if the wheel is partially locking, as long as it's not stopping in one place. So you have different numbers on the ABS. On a smooth track like this, you put it right to maximum, and therefore it's allowing a lot of speed differential between the wheels. You don't feel it because the car's very stable, and that is the perfect way to stop. On the traction control, you've also got 5 positions. 1, 2 and 3 are stability and traction. 4 and 5, it switches off the stability and just traction control.
Visually, one of the key things is the roof scoop.
Yeah, so what you're looking at here, you've got hot air coming out the radiators. And what you really want to do is direct that either side. And you want cold air going into the scoop. That's why it's far forward, to get cold air feed.
And this shape is like this to send the hot air around the side.
Exactly.
But doesn't it end up in the radiators, the hot air?
It's probably going to go up over the roof and under the rear wing, but just so that you can actually get a nice bit of cool air for combustion.
And that goes into the engine, and obviously you've got this main spine here. Does this provide any lateral stability, or is it just...
This is actually holding the wing up. On most of the modern cars now, the wing, you're holding the wing from the top, not the bottom.
Yes.
Because what you're doing with the wing, as you probably know, well know, you're trying to speed the air up.
Underneath, slow on top.
Exactly, and fast air, the pressure's dropped.
Yep.
So you get the...
And then you get that effect of like pushing the car down. This is so intricate, this rear end, isn't it? Look at that.
So you've got the massive rear diffuser.
Oh, look at this. What air? I've done this before. Look, I've got a big head, mate. And look, I wonder how far in I can get. Look, I can even get my shoulders in. Look at that.
Yeah. There you go. Do you want me to reverse back a bit?
Oh, no, no, please don't. But look at that. That is mad.
You also have an interaction with the diffuser with the rear wing. So the air that's spilling off the wing is also pulling the air out of the diffuser.
So completely new body, completely new everything apart from the engine. Is there anything different to this engine in the Chiron Supersport?
There is. On the road, we use a two-stage turbocharging system where the two front turbos are turned off until 4,000 RPM. So the reason for that is it forces all the exhaust gas through the 202.
So you don't get lag?
Yeah, and you get peak torque from 2,000 upwards. And then you have to switch the other two on because you need the volume. We don't care about that on a racetrack. You're always in the right gear. So we've actually got all four operating at the same time. So the two stages taken away. We save weight and complexity. So yes, you need 4,000 to go anywhere, but you're always above 4,000 on the track.
And gearbox is the same?
It's based on the Supersport gearbox, but we've shortened the gears to match the fastest speed that the car will do on any racetrack. So by FIA rules, no straight can be longer than 2 kilometres. So we calculated this will reach 380. So that's what we limit it to, and therefore we've got shorter gears and the acceleration is stronger because of it.
So it accelerates harder than the Supersport because it's lighter, it's got that lower gearing.
You should also not underestimate proper racing slicks.
Yeah.
I mean, they make a huge difference. You can really get on the power before you've even finished the turn and off to the next one.
Well, I'll tell you what, Andy, let's get and try that for ourselves right now.
Before I'd be allowed to drive this car, Andy was going to show me around the Paul Ricard circuit. This is a serious facility. It's hosted the French Formula One Grand Prix 18 times and has one of the longest straights in top-level motorsport at 1.1 miles long. And I was about to experience all this in a car with cold tyres and brakes, being driven by a Le Mans winner.
Always in the pit lane, go up to the pit speed limiter and it will hold you full throttle and then just pull the limiter off and it just takes off like a rocket. So first corner is a little bit blind and I've got no brakes because we just came out of it.
The speed of this car was just as shocking as before, but I was feeling confident I'd be able to handle the Bolide myself. However, that all changed as Andy began a hot lap with warm tyres and heat in his brakes.
So this is the last corner before start-finish line. So we'll do a flying lap. It stops really well, doesn't it?
But yeah, it goes really well. They just keep